Hello, this is Sarah Braasch. Welcome back to my channel. So this is the third of the 3 parts of my account of what actually happened on February 24th, 2018 that led to the now infamous living or napping while black incident at Yale. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. So at the time, I had no thought that their verbal attacks were racially motivated. I simply thought that they were upset that I had called the Yale campus police. I didn't want to call the Yale campus police again because I was terrified of further retaliation. I sent an email to the resident coordinators of the Hall of Graduate Studies, telling them what had occurred and asking that the students who had been terrorizing me that evening not be allowed to hold events in the 12th floor common room anymore. I did not hear back from the resident coordinators until many hours later. Their email seemed to me, when I did hear back from them many hours later, to insinuate that I had done something wrong, and also indicated that they were present at the party in the 12th floor common room and had spoken with the Yale campus police, the man whom I had encountered, and the resident who had invited him, so they must have been present when I was being terrorized in my dorm room that evening. I want to make clear that no one came to speak to me that evening. The Yale campus police failed to speak to me even though they told me that they would, and the resident coordinators spoke to everyone but me, seemingly. The email of the resident coordinators said that they wanted me to attend a public meeting the following week to address the incident and to explain my behavior, a public meeting that had already been dedicated to housing options for residents for the subsequent academic year. I was frankly shocked by the email of the resident coordinators. I did not respond immediately. A couple of minutes thereafter, one of the Yale housing managers, who had been copied on the resident coordinator's email, responded to everyone. She asked me to come in to speak with her as soon as possible. The email of the Yale housing manager expressed concern for the distress that I had experienced. As I've already mentioned, when I spoke with the Yale housing managers 2 days thereafter, they told me that they were severely disappointed in the behavior of the resident coordinators and that they would be reprimanded. They told me that I had done absolutely nothing wrong and not to give the incident another thought. They told me that they would deal with all of the other Yale students involved, including the ones who had harassed me that evening. I was perfectly satisfied with this resolution. I had no desire to destroy anyone's life. I only wanted to return to my dissertation in peace and to be left alone in my isolated dorm room. I know it's hard to believe, but this is what happened that resulted in my attackers and the Yale administration and the Yale campus police waging a months-long campaign to destroy my life and discredit my work and to try to get me killed, frankly. This is all that happened that provoked a delusional, jealous, and obsessive personal vendetta against me in the minds of my attackers. This is all that happened that provoked my attackers to terrorize me in my isolated dorm room for months, my own home, while the Yale administration and the Yale campus police stood by and did nothing. It is shocking. It also shocks me. It still shocks me. I feel like I'm living inside a nightmare, and I sometimes still think that I'm going to wake up and this will all have been a bad dream. There are still people who are hunting me, trying to kill me for this. Okay. Thank you so much for spending a few moments with me. And I'm planning on making my next video a detailed account of exactly what actually happened on the evening of May 7th and the early morning hours of May 8th. And I know that you will all probably be very shocked by that video as well. Okay, thank you so much. You have a great night.